Welcome. Shalom, Wakazak Mashpaka. Welcome to another episode of Daily Tonic in the World right here on GC Create TV. And I remain your humble host, Daniel First Lion Yasharala. And today we continue from where we stopped yesterday. Remember, we actually ended our reading yesterday at the book of Devariym, chapter 15. Today we are embarking on 6 chapters. So we are starting from chapter 16, going straight down to chapter 21. And it says, guard the month Aviv, and keep the Pesach unto Yahuwah Elohika. For in the month of Aviv, Yahuwah Elohika brought you forth out of Mizraim by night. You shall therefore sacrifice the Pesach unto Yahuwah of flock and the hard, in the place which Yahuwah shall choose to place his name thereof. You shall eat no kamet, that's living, with it. 7 days shall ye eat matzah, that's unleavened bread. Shall eat matzah therewith, even the bread of affliction. For you came forth out of the land of Mizraim in haste, that you may remember the day when you came forth out of the land of Mizraim all the days of your life. And there shall no camet sin with you in all your coasts 7 days. Neither shall there anything of flesh which you sacrifice the first day at the evening remain all night until the morning. You may not sacrifice the Pesach within any of your gates which you may not sacrifice the Pesach within any of your gates which Yahuwah Elohika gives you, but at the place which Yahuwah Elohika has choose to place his name therein. There shall you sacrifice the Pesach at evening, at the going down of the sun, at the season at the season that you came forth out of Mizraim, and you shall roast and eat it in the place which Yahuwah Elohika shall choose. And you shall turn in the morning and go unto your tent. 6 days shall you eat matzah, and on the 7th day shall be a solemn assembly to Yahuwah Elohika. You shall do no work therein. 7 weeks shall you number unto you. Begin to number the 7 weeks from such time as you begin to put the sickle of the grain. And you shall keep the feast of Shavuot, that's the feast of harvest, exactly 7 weeks after the Passover, unto Yahuwah Elohika with a tribute of a freewill offering of your hand, which you shall give unto Yahuwah Elohika according as Yahuwah Elohika has blessed you. And you shall rejoice before Yahuwah Elohika, you and your son and your daughter and your men servants and your maid servants and the Levi that is within your gate, and the strangers and the fatherless and the widows that are among you, in the place which Yahuwah Elohika has chosen to place his name therein. To put his name there, And you shall remember that you were a bondman in land in Mizraim, and you shall guard and do all the statutes. You shall observe the feast of Sukkot. You shall observe the feast of Sukkot 7 days. After that, you have gathered in the threshing floor of your wine. In case you don't know, what he called the feast of Sukkot. Feast of Sukkot actually means the feast of tent. We have the feast of harvest. We have the feast of tent. The feast of tent is what we call today the feast of tabernacle, whereby we are allowed to live under the tent. And you shall rejoice in your feast, you and your son and your daughter and your men servants and your maid servants and the Levi the stranger and the fatherless and the widow that are within your gates. 7 days shall ye keep the solemn feast unto Yahweh Elohim in the place which Yahweh shall choose, because Yahweh Elohim shall bless you in your increase, in all your increase, and in all the works of your hand, thereof you shall surely rejoice. 16. 3 times in a year shall all your male appear before Yahweh Elohim in the place which ye shall choose, in the feast of Matzah, in the feast of Shavuot, in the feast of Sukkot, and they shall not appear before Yahweh empty. Every man shall give as he is able, according to the blessing of Yahweh Elohim, which he has given you. Judges and officers shall you make you in all your gates, which Yahweh Elohim gives you, throughout your tribes, and they shall judge the people with just judgment. You shall not wrest judgment, you shall not respect persons, neither take a gift, for a gift blinds the eyes of the wise, and it perverts the words of the righteous. That which is altogether just shall you follow, that you may live and inherit the land which Yahweh Elohim gives you. You shall not plant an Asherah, you shall not plant an Asherah pole of any trees near unto the altar of Yahweh Elohim, which you shall make. Neither shall you set up any image which Yahweh Elohim hates. Chapter 17. You shall not sacrifice unto Yahweh Elohim any bullock or sheep wherein is blemish, or any evil favoredness, for that is an abomination unto Yahweh Elohim. If there be found among you within any of your gates, which Yahweh Elohim gives you, man or woman that has wrought wickedness in the sight of Yahweh Elohim, in the transgressing his covenant, and has gone and served other Elohim and worshipped them, either the sun or moon, or any of the hosts of heaven, which I have not commanded, and it be told you, and you have heard of it, the iniquity diligently and inquired, and inquired diligently, and behold, it is true, and the thing certain, that such abomination is wrought in Yahuwah. Then shall you bring forth that man or that woman which have committed that wicked thing unto your gate, even that man or that woman, and shall stone them with stone till they die. At the mouth or two witnesses or three witnesses, there shall he that is worthy of death be put to death. But at the mouth of one witness he shall not be put to death. The hands of the witnesses shall be first upon him to put him to death, and afterwards the hands of all the people. So you shall put the evil away from among you. If there arise a matter too hard for you in judgment, between blood and blood, between plea and plea, and between stroke and stroke, being matters of controversy within your gates, then shall you arise and get you up into the place which Yahweh shall choose, and you shall come unto the priest of the Devariym, come to the priest, the Devariym, and unto the judge that shall be in those days, and inquire, and they shall show you the sentence of judgment, and you shall do according to the sentence which they of that place which Yahweh shall choose shall show you, and you shall guard to do according to all that they inform you, according to the sentence of the Torah which they shall teach you, and according to the judgment which they shall tell you. and you shall do. You shall not decline from the sentence which they shall show you, to the right, nor to the left. And the man that will do presumptuously and will not hearken unto the priest shall, not hearken unto the priest that stand to minister there before Yahweh Elohim, and unto the judges, even that man shall die. And you shall put away the evil from Yasharel. And all the people shall hear and fear, and do no more presumptuously. When you are come unto the land which Yahweh Elohim give you, and shall possess it, and shall dwell therein, and shall say, I will I will set a king over you. I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are about you. You shall in no wise set him king over you, whom Yahweh Elohim shall choose. Not one from among your brethren shall you set king over you. You may not set a stranger over you, which is not your brother, but he shall not multiply horses to himself, nor cause the people to return to Mizraim, to the end that he should multiply horses. More, for as much as Yahuwah has said unto you, ye shall henceforth return no more that way, neither shall he multiply women to himself, that his heart turn not away, neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver or gold. And it shall be, when he sits upon the throne of his kingdom, that he shall write him a copy of this Torah in the Sefer out of that which is before the priest, the Devariym. And it shall be with him, and he shall read therein all the day of his life, that he may learn to fear Yahweh Elohim, Yahuwah Elohim, to guard all the words of this Torah and these statutes to do them, that his heart be not lifted up above his brethren, and that he turn not aside from the commandment to the right hand or to the left, or to the end to the end that he may prolong his days in his kingdom, he and his children in the midst of Yasharel. Chapter 18. The priest, the Devariym, and all the tribes of Levi shall have no part nor inheritance with Yasharel. They shall eat the offering of Yahuwah made by fire, and his inheritance. Therefore shall they have no inheritance among their brethren. Yahuwah is their inheritance, as they are said unto them. And this shall be the priest's due from the people, from them that offer a sacrifice, whether it be ox or sheep. They shall give unto the priest the shoulder and 2 cheeks, and the more, the first fruit also of your grain and your wine and your oil, and your first of the fleece of your sheep you shall give him. Verse 5. For Yahuwah Elohim has chosen him out of all your tribes to stand to minister in the name of Yahuwah, him and his sons forever. And if a Levi come from any of your gates out of all Yasharel, where he sojourn, and come with all the desire of his mind unto the place which Yahweh shall choose, then he shall minister in the name of Yahweh Elohim, as all his brethren the Leviim do, which stand before Yahuwah. They shall have like portions to eat beside that which comes of the sale of his patrimony. When you are come into the land which Yahweh Elohim give you, you shall not learn to do after the abominations of those nations, There shall there shall not be found among you anyone that makes a son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that uses divination, or one that practices sorcery, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter, or with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto Yahuwah. And because of this abomination, Yahweh Elohim drive them out from before you. You see that? This tell you that for those who are saying that I'm of the Most High, and yet they are committing all these fetish things, they are not of Yahuwah. Verse 13. And you shall be perfect with Yahuwah Elohim, for this nation which you shall possess, hearken unto sorcerers and unto diviners. But as for you, Yahuwah Elohim has not suffered you to do so. Yahuwah Elohim will raise up you a prophet from the midst of you, and of your brethren like unto me. Unto him ye shall hearken, according to all that you desire of Yahuwah Elohim in Koreb in the day of the assembly, saying, Let me not hear again the voice of Yahuwah Elohim, neither let me see this great fire anymore, that I die not. And Yahuwah said unto me, They have well spoken that which they have spoken. I will raise them up a prophet, which am from among their brethren, like unto you, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them, and all that I have, and all that I started, and all that I shall command him. Pardon me. And it came to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto the voice which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other Elohim, even that prophet shall die. And if you say in your heart, how shall we know the word which Yahweh has not spoken? When a prophet speak in the name of Yahuwah, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which Yahweh has not spoken. For the prophet has spoken it presumptuously, you shall not be afraid of him. Verse 19, chapter 19, pardon me. When Yahweh Elohim has cut off the nations whose land Yahweh Elohim give you, and you succeed them, and dwell in their cities and in their houses, you shall separate 3 cities for you in the midst of your land, which Yahweh Elohim gives you to possess. You shall prepare a way and divide the coast of your land, which Yahweh Elohim give you to inherit, into 3 parts, that every slayer may flee thither and eat. And this is the case of the slayer which shall flee thither, that he may live. Whoso kills his neighbor ignorantly, whom he hath hated not in time past, as when a man goes into the wood and his neighbor to hew wood, and his hand fetch a stroke with an axe to cut down the tree, and the head slips from the helve, and the light upon his neighbor, that he die, he shall flee unto one of those cities and live, lest the avenger of the blood pursue the slayer while his heart is hot, and overtake him because the way is long, and slay him, whereas he was not worthy of death, inasmuch as he hated him not in time past. Wherefore I command you, saying, you shall separate 3 cities for you. And if Yahweh Elohim enlarge your coast, as he have sworn unto your fathers, and give you all the land which he promised to give unto your father, if you shall guard all these commandments to do them, which I command you this day, to love Yahweh Elohim and to walk ever in his ways, then shall you add 3 cities more with for you, beside these three, that the innocent that innocent blood may that innocent blood be not shed in your land, which Yahweh Elohim give you for an inheritance, and so blood be upon you. But if any man hates his neighbor, and lie in wait for him, and rise up against him, and smite him mortally, that he die, and flees into one of these cities, then the elders of a city shall send and fetch him thence there, and deliver him into the hand of the avenger of blood, that he may die. Your eyes shall not pity him, but you shall put away the guilt of the innocent blood from Yasharel, and that it may go well with you. You shall not remove your neighbor's landmark, which they of old time have set in their inheritance, which you shall inherit in the land of Yahuwah, that Yahweh Elohim give you to possess. One witness shall not rise up against a man for any iniquity or any sin, in any sin that he sins. At the mouth of two witnesses and the mouth of three witnesses, or the mouth of three witnesses, sorry, at the mouth of two witnesses or the mouth of three witnesses shall the matter be established. If a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him that which is wrong, both the men between whom the controversy is shall stand before Yahuwah, before the priest and the judges, which shall be in those days, and the judges shall make diligent inquisition, and behold, if the witness be not a false witness, and testify falsely against his brother, then shall he do unto him as he had thought to have done unto his brother. So shall you put the evil away from among you, and those which remain shall hear and fear, and shall henceforth commit no more any such evil among you. And your eyes shall not pity, but life shall go for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot.
Sponsorship, advert placement, please call or WhatsApp this number +234 811 731 0928.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. So let's go to the ending part of this episode of the program. Now we're in chapter 20. When you go out to battle against your enemy and see horses and chariots and the people more than you, be not afraid of them, for Yahuwah Elohim is with you, which brought you up out of the land of Mizraim. And it shall be when ye are come near unto the battle, that the priest shall approach and speak unto the people, and shall say unto them, Hear, O Yasharel, ye approach this day unto battle against your enemy. Let not your hearts faint, fear not, and do not tremble, neither be ye terrified because of them. For Yahuwah Elohim is he that goes with you to fight for you against your enemies, to save you. And the officers shall speak unto the people, saying, What man is there that has built a new house and has not dedicated it? Let him go and return to his house, lest he die in the battle. And another man dedicates it. And what man is he that has planted a vineyard and has not yet eaten of it? Let him also go and return unto his house, lest he die in the battle. And another man eats of it. And what man is there that has betrothed a woman and has not taken her? Let him go and return unto his house, lest he die in the battle, and another man take her. And the officers shall speak further unto the people, and they shall say, What man is there that is fearful and faint-hearted? Let him go and return unto his house, lest his brother's heart faint as well as his heart. And it shall be, when the officers have made an end of speaking unto the people, and that they shall make captains of the armies to lead the people, when you come near unto the city to fight against it, then proclaim peace unto it. And it shall be, if it make you answer of peace and open unto you, then it shall be that all the people that is found therein shall be tributaries unto you, and they shall serve you. And if it will not make no peace unto you, but will make war against you, then you shall besiege it. And when Yahuwah Elohim has delivered it into your hand, you shall smite every male thereof with the edge of the sword. But the women and the little ones, and the cattle, and all that is in the city, even all the spoil thereof, shall you take unto yourself, and you shall eat the spoil of your enemy, which Yahuwah Elohim has given you. Thus shall you do unto all the cities which are very far off from you, which are not of the cities of these nations, but of the cities of these people, which Yahweh Elohim gives you for an inheritance. You shall save alive nothing that breathes, but you shall utterly destroy them, namely Kittim, and Evorim, and Canaanim, and Perizim, and Kevim, and Jebusim, as Yahuwah Elohim has commanded you, that they teach you not to do after their abominations, which they have done unto their Elohim. So should ye sin against Yahuwah Elohim. When you shall besiege a city a long time, in making war against it to take it, you shall not destroy the trees thereof by forcing an axe against them. For you may eat of them, and you shall not cut them down. For the trees of the field is man's life, to employ them in the siege. Only the trees which ye know that be not trees for meat, you shall destroy and cut them down, and you shall build bulwarks against the city that makes war against you, until it be subdued. The last chapter for today, chapter 21. If one be found slain in the land which Yahweh Elohim give you to possess it, lying in the field, and it be not known who has slain him, then your elders and your judges shall come forth, and they shall measure unto the city which are round about him that is slain. And it shall be that the city which is next unto the slain man, even the elders of that city shall take a heifer which has not been wrought with, and which has not drawn in the yoke. And the elder of that city shall bring down the heifer through a rough valley, which is neither aired nor sown, and shall strike off the heifer's neck there in the valley. And the priest's son of Levi shall come near. Not for them, Yahweh Elohim has chosen to minister unto him, and to bless in the name of Yahuwah. And by their words shall every controversy and every stroke be tried. And all the elders of that city that are next unto the slain man shall wash their hands over the heifer that is beheaded in the valley. And they shall answer and say, our hands have not shed this blood, neither have our eyes seen it. Be merciful, O Yahuwah, unto your people Yasharel, whom you have redeemed, and lay not innocent blood up unto your people of Yasharel charge, and the blood shall be forgiven them. So shall you put away the guilt of innocent blood from among you. When you shall do that which is right in the sight of Yahuwah, when you go forth to war against your enemies, and Yahuwah Elohim has delivered them into your hands, and you have taken them captive, and seen among the captive a beautiful woman, and have a desire unto her, that you would have her to be your woman, then you shall bring her home to your house, and shall shave her head, and pare her nails, and she shall put the raiment of her captivity from off her, and shall remain in your house, and bewail her father and her mother, and a full month. And after that, you shall go in unto her and be a man, and she shall be your woman. This actually was the instructions given to our people who actually go to pick slaves after conquering that particular city. And you now see a particular lady among them who is fair, and you desire her. That's what you are meant to do. Not comparing that you should not start mixing your seed with the Edomite, with the Moabite. No. Verse 14. And it shall be, if you have no delight in her, then you shall let her go whither she will. But you shall not sell her at all for money. You shall not make merchandise of her, because you have humbled her. This is going into you as that wicked oga, that wicked boss. You saw at first she was pleasant to your eyes. You took her as a woman. You get her laid. What it means, you have gotten her laid. You now say that you have no pleasure in her anymore, and you want to sell her off because you've had what you want to have. The Most High said that you should not do such a thing. You must not sell her, because you have humbled her. 15. If a man have two women, one beloved and another hated, and they have borne him children, both the beloved and the hated, and if the firstborn son of hers that was hated, then it shall be, when he makes his sons to inherit that which he has, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated, which is indeed the firstborn. But he shall acknowledge the son of the hated for the firstborn, by giving him a double portion of all that he has. For he is the beginning of his strength. The right of the firstborn is his. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastised him, when they have chastened him, and will not hearken unto them, then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him, and bring him out unto the elders of the city, and unto the gates of his place. And they shall say unto the elders of his city, This our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard. And all the men of the city shall stone him with stones, that he die. So shall you put evil away from among you, and all Yasharel shall hear and fear. And if a man have committed a sin worthy of death, and he be not put to death, and you hang him on a tree, last verse, his body shall not remain all night upon the tree, but you shall in any wise bury him that day. For he that is hanged is accursed of Yahuwah, of Elohim, that your land be not defiled, which Yahuwah Elohim give you for an inheritance. Wow. Look at those ordinances, look at those statutes that Yah actually given to us. Yah actually saw that, yes, he chose us to be his own chosen people. That is why he chose to give us a statute that will lead us aright. Up to the Most High Yah for the conclusion of today's class, and Yah's will again. We'll see tomorrow from your stop. I remain your humble host, Daniel, Fierce Lion Yasharala. And with this, I say shalom and bye for now.